Hi everyone and welcome back to my morning point analysis videos on Friday 29th of June with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantec Markets. Let's look at dollar yen, which continues to edge higher. It's sort of pulled these three positive candles in a row, building a fourth today, 20 odd pips up on the day. It's sort of edging towards the highs of this sort of 3-4 week range now. The resistance comes in at 1090. And that's just 20 pips away from where we are now. I mean, the market sort of looks on RSI as though it's ticking higher to 60. I mean, there is a positive bias, you could say, certainly with the RSI up towards 60. But again, MACD lines are not really all that sort of decisively positive. And I don't think this is necessarily sort of positioning for a decisive breakout to the upside that's going to see a sort of a huge move above 1140, for example. I think this is still playing out as a sort of a medium-term range. I think within that, I think this is just a pull towards the resistance, really. I've spoken yesterday about the Bollinger Bands, and we're now sort of towards the top again of the Bollinger Band. So with that in mind, you could still see the fact that there may be a decisive break coming, with the Bollinger Bands being sort of fairly tight. They are sort of 130 pips wide now, which is pretty narrow. So that will be something. I mean, for example, the last time it got to this sort of tightness was back in January, when we saw the decisive downside break from the range. So perhaps we are on the brink of something, but at the moment I'm not expecting it to be happening, but it is something that I'm watching out for, and if it were to be seen, then perhaps it will be a break to go with. But for now, I think we've got to sort of stick with this range play that we have on dollar yen, but we are edging towards the resistance and momentum indicators back at around levels that which they've sort of failed previously. So keep that in mind. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I will speak to you later.